Welcome back for a new video, everyone. In today's video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the premiums and which ones to start your season off with. Picking the right premium is a big decision, and if you watched our last video, you'll know the importance of spending that budget correctly. You often hear the saying, FPL is a marathon, not a sprint, which is true, but that isn't to say you can't get a sprint start too, with a little bit of luck and some good decision making. Before we jump in, thank you so much to the new subscribers. We've just passed 600. We're going for 1,000 by Gameweek 1, so help us get there by hitting subscribe as well. If you are enjoying the content, remember to drop a like too. We'll start off with KDB, who comes in at 12 mil this season, 0.5 more than last season's starting price, despite scoring 110 less points. He played just under 2,000 minutes due to injury, but still picked up 6 goals and 12 assists. Due to the varying minutes of each premium, we've included minutes per XG, XA and XGI, which helps paint a better picture. There's always concern of rotation in a Pep side, but this actually rarely applies to KDB. He's their talisman and he'll be crucial in City pushing for another league win. His numbers were elite last season with an expected goal involvement every 129.3 minutes. He takes direct and indirect set pieces and shared penalty duties last season. The next premium is Salah, who scored 22 goals last season with 6 assists. He's Liverpool's designated penalty taker and he outscored Mane by 55 points last season. Salah's a proven quality and fully justifies his price tag and selection. Last season he had an expected goal involvement of 26.3, which is more than any other player. With around 50% ownership, it's a massive gamble to head into this season without him, especially considering his Gameweek 1 fixture away at Norwich. While KDB is more of a creator, Salah's more of a scorer, and since Salah joined Liverpool, he's outscored KDB in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Salah finished the season with an expected goal involvement every 116.8 minutes, which was more than any other player. Harry Kane finished last season as the Golden Boot winner and joint most assists. He's had the biggest price increase of the premiums, now priced 2 mil more at 12.5. Despite the increase, it would be worth the money if he has another season like his last one. He had the highest XG in the league with 20.2 and the highest number of shots with 137. There's a lot of questions surrounding his future at Spurs, having failed to win silverware again last season. If he moves to Man City, his stock will only go up, as will KDB's. Despite the question mark over his future, he's still owned by almost 30% of managers, and a City transfer would be a real template breaker. If he stays, Nuno Espirito Santo may line up with a 3-5-2 formation like he did at Wolves, with wing-backs and Kane up top with Son. He's adapted his game to another level, now creating more chances for teammates. His 14 assists last season was twice as many as his previous best in a league season. Him and Son combined for a record-breaking 14 goals last season. If he does stick around, it could mean a swan song season, one last year, where he'll want to go out with a bang. Bruyne is another player, as we know, on penalty duties, and he scored more points than any other player last season. He comes in at 12 mil this season, the same as KDB, but 0.5 less than Salah. Last season he contributed to 32 goals and finished the season with the joint most assists on 14. He registered the highest expected assists of all players with 9.7 and was second behind Salah for expected goal involvement. A penalty has an XG of 0.76, and in Bruno's case he took a staggering 10 in the league last season, which is an XG of 7.6. So there are alternative measurements such as non-penalty XG, however all of these picks will take penalties again next season, the only possible question mark being KDB. So it's worth factoring in because it's a part of all of their games and they all will inevitably win and take penalties next season. In my opinion, 2 premiums is the perfect balance for your team at the start of this season. It also allows you to pick up other cheaper players. For example, there's quite a few forwards priced between 6.5 and 8 mil, which every team is going to need. Going with 3 premiums disrupts the balance a bit too much, so therefore my pick is Salah and Bruno. Salah and Bruyne rotate perfectly for captaincy, and it's worth remembering that midfielders get an extra point per goal and a point for clean sheets. There's also flexibility in there to switch one to KDB if required, or likewise if another option such as Son, Sterling, Sancho, etc. becomes viable. We'll monitor the Kane situation very closely. A switch to Man City would make him hard to resist. However, Man City actually play away at Spurs in Game Week 1, so we might be asking too much of Kane to expect him to come straight in against the club he made his career at. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and subscribe to support the channel. We're going for 1k subs before Game Week 1, so hit subscribe to help us get there. Cheers guys.